Welcome to Bird's Eye View. I'm Sam Nunes. So fall is a great time of the year, arguably the best time of the year for food. And it's the end of the garden season, so a lot of the plants that we worked so hard to grow throughout the whole year are finally ready to be harvested and eaten. And many of these foods that we're eating at this month and at this season are very colorful. Now, besides the visual experience of color, there's also nutritional benefits to the colors or the things that give the plants color, and we've evolved to recognize that. Now, this is especially interesting to me because I'm at a period of my life where I'm between nature and the naturalist side of my curiosity, and also I'm going to school to study nutrition and become a registered dietitian. All that's to say, I'm very interested in this subject. So, what is the nutritional value of color? Have bright and vibrant colored foods ever caught the attention of your eye or your stomach? Autumn is a great time for experiencing colorful food, and although we may not initially believe this, our visual experience of food impacts the choices that we make when it comes to what foods we eat. And there is a reason for this. We're learning more and more about the nutritional benefits of the parts of the plants that actually have the color within them. So what kind of nutritional value comes from the color of food? Let's get into it. Now, I know I've said this many times, but when we think plants, we think green. And green foods are filled with numerous vitamins and minerals that are beneficial to our health. The darker the green, the more nutritious. And that's similar to other colors too. The darker the color, the more nutritious. So keep that in mind. An example of a green food is spinach, which I think people love or hate. I'm sorry that this is the example if you don't like spinach, but there's plenty of other green foods as well that are similar. But spinach has iron. It's a good source of iron, which helps the blood absorb oxygen. It also has vitamin E, which helps to protect our cell membranes from damage, and it helps prevent the buildup of cholesterol, more specifically the LDL cholesterol, which is the one that we want to stay low. Moving on to orange foods, such as carrots and sweet potatoes, these foods are colored by something called carotenoids, which, if you listened to or read my last post about the colors in leaves, that would sound familiar to you because it's the same things that color the yellow and orange leaves. But please don't go eat yellow and orange leaves. We're not able to digest them, so you wouldn't be getting the carotenoids anyways. You would just look weird. But anyways, these carotenoids are converted into vitamin A, and vitamin A is important for eye health and it supports cell division. Basically what this means is that it helps the areas of our body where there's a lot of cell division, like our eyes, but also our skin. This means it can lead to healthier, more vibrant skin and actually can reduce or prevent things like acne. Moving on to blue and purple, these colors are not very frequently found in nature, but we can find them in our foods, and specifically, we can find them in blueberries. Now, blueberries are colored by something called flavonoids, which sounds like a classic cartoon, evil characters, robots that are going to take over the world, but they're something real that are coloring our blueberries. And flavonoids are antioxidants, similar to vitamin E, and antioxidants protect our cell membranes and our DNA from damage from free radicals that can bind to them, changing their structure. So free radicals are ions in the environment that can get into our bodies. They attach to, like I said, the cell membrane or the DNA, changing the chemical structure of it ever so slightly so that it's no longer usable by our body or can change the expression of the DNA. Flavonoids are also anti-inflammatory and anti-cancerous, and they're used in many medical applications as well. Now just think, this medicine is actually already in our food. So if we eat flavonoids, one might think that we would be healthier. The colors in food provide more than just a pleasing image to look at when we eat them. What's interesting about this is that we've evolved to recognize and select foods that are more colorful. We would rather have a ripe red tomato or a dark blue blueberry instead of an unripe green tomato or an unripe green blueberry. When these fruits and vegetables that change colors are still green, or not their deep, full colors, the nutrients are not fully formed in them, and therefore they're not fully nutritious to us. And we've evolved to recognize when the food is the most beneficial for us to eat them. Except for me, I can't identify when a cantaloupe is ripe. I'm terrible at it. But if we were able to see the inside of it, when the orange is the deepest orange color, that's when you know it's ready to be eaten. But we can't see that, so I'm just cursed to never be able to tell exactly when a cantaloupe is ready to be eaten. If you have any recommendations, you can let me know on my social medias. So when you're making your meals, try to get as much color as possible. Not only does this give you a beautiful plate to enjoy before eating, but it also ensures that you're getting a meal that's packed with different nutrients that will benefit your body and your health. As they say, eat your greens, but don't forget to eat your reds, orange, yellows, blues, and purples as well. Thank you for listening. For more interesting content on all things nature, follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Instagram @birdseyeView.blog and Facebook.com/birdseyeviewblog. The letter I, not the word I.